All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Fruits Basket, Season 2, Episode 5.
All right, we had a lovely little time with Haru in the last episode. And I really like this Yuki arc we're going on here.
Oh, yeah.
Making
That's
meaningful
been good
progress.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And keep it up, doesn't matter if you're scared shitless to go
Dodging,
back onto the
weaving,
estate. Just wax on, wax off,
Avoiding all those unnecessary interactions with people at the estate. And yet he had the courage to go to the estate. And yet someone saw him there, saw him leave.
Yeah.
And she might end up following him.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And what exactly is their connection? Because we know how she's connected to Haru, but not to Yuki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion. Okay, this was a really goofy episode. I really liked it.
Very silly, and I loved it.
Very silly. The real meat of the episode, though, was with Kureno and Uotani, though, because Uo is one of our favorite characters.
Oh, yeah. Anytime it's like,
large.
All right, let's focus on Uo, or even start an episode with Uo. It's like,
yes,
hell yeah.
This is going to be a good time. But the twist is that she has a little serendipitous little chance encounter.
Right.
That has a little bit of flirting with it. And this guy, Kureno, he was entranced by her. There's something about her that probably is contrasted by Akito's just dreary, dark, all-consuming, just
domineering kind of.
Yeah.
Like she's very rambunctious and free and speaks her mind, right?
Like maybe safe as well. Like the idea that Akito probably has the same kind of raw power in his presence, but he is not a
inhibitions.
Safe, right? He is not a safe environment. Whereas she's like, grab you.
She wanted to talk to him,
at you.
So she sprinted after him and grabbed his shirt hard enough to pop a button off.
Right.
So it's like,
there's almost this element of fragility to him where you're like, He's
been in such a sterile environment for so long that I've never been to a convenience store, right? I don't notice the baskets, and then when I go to bow, all the stacks of stuff I'm holding just spills out onto the ground.
Whoa,
right?
yeah, I didn't even realize the basket thing is a very obvious connection of I can take that. Basically, the idea that he isn't even allowed to really do anything probably in his environment unless he's given permission to.
Sure, yeah.
So he literally needed to ask permission for, can I take the baskets? And it's like, well, yeah, of course. And that's why he's never been in a convenience store. But it's more than that. It's, I'm not allowed to go and acquire something, bring something to be mine.
Sure.
Yeah, it's that really kind of fucked up relationship where Akito seems to be the kind of one where he wants to be in control.
Right.
But it's also that he wants to be given, probably love and affection and all that by the person that he's in control of. So it's this weird catch-22 for the person where even if they really cared about Akito, he would actively suppress that by being like, no, I tell you what to do, or I make it be this way. And then,
because the thing is that there's a part of
gross.
him that does seem to genuinely care about Akito, because he said that he was satisfied with his work, right?
But apparently he's really good at lying too.
Sure, right. But given that he was by himself, I feel like if that was
his day off.
No, right. But if he was lying, then that would mean that he was lying to himself about it as well.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Some of the best liars are good at lying to themselves.
Totally. Yeah. But I could also see it being something where it's there's some part of him that is okay with this. And to what extent we'll probably see as we get more time with him.
Right.
But then it's I didn't know things could be like this, right?
Yeah.
The fact that when Uo saw him smile like that, he probably didn't even realize he was doing it, right? If he were to have him, it's one of those things where if he were to see himself in a mirror and all the times of his smiles, right, and then suddenly when he smiled like that, he would probably be shocked.
Right?
Yeah,
totally.
I know that I've been in situations where I didn't realize that I just was never smiling, and then and then someone I would randomly smile because someone told a joke that I thought was just really stupid and funny and stuff, and then they'd be like, "Holy shit." And they'd be like, "Wait, you actually smiled there.
Right,
I've
right.
never seen you do that. I don't think I've ever seen your teeth before."
so
And it's
sad.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to do some introspection, but yeah, so
But all in all, this episode was a really sweet little moment to have a new character be introduced. And it was kind of filled with kind of silly stuff on the other side of things. So I'm not really interested in discussing too much with the stuff there.
I love the gag that Hatsuharu is that good at coming up with just...
He should be a DM for a D&D campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was...
He got them all entranced in the story. Yeah.
Yep, no, watch. What he was doing on the laptop wasn't actually playing games when he was trapped in his room. He was actually writing fan fiction. And it was really good fan fiction.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that was a fun, shtick, and yes, the haunted house, test of courage kind of a thing. And then of course Yuki and Kyo are like both fighting over who will, hold hands with Toru. So Momiji just sweeps in, and there you go.
Yeah. But I loved Uo in the school as well. Then
yes.
Like, I'm so happy I could flip a car, tear a car apart.
Right. And Hana being all like, no, what are you talking about? Why would I need remedial classes? I didn't fail any of my classes. And they're like, wait, but what about the tests and stuff? Hold on, how? And she's just like, well, it's not that hard.
I just don't want to deal with a
hot room,
AC,
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
how? I have no motivation.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man.
But then she's like looking at Toru, and it's all sparkly and stuff. It's
right,
like,
exactly.
Yes, no motivation. We see what you mean there.
If Toru, when Toru goes on a date, we're totally gonna crash that date, right? Yep, absolutely.
I love that the brother was just sitting there like,
yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Right. Yep, that was great.
Sure, But yeah. Uo has a crush, and it's really sweet and cute, and he almost kissed her. But he didn't. And there's probably a reason for that. And
Yep.
I think they're going to use this character as a way to give us a true understanding of what Akito is capable of.
Sure.
And why he's so feared and yet respected in the Soma family.
Right.
Because I feel like him being the new Yuki is also a way that to then tie things back into where Yuki was at originally.
Without giving exposition in ways that doesn't feel like... That feels weird because either...
Well, it's just efficient.
Well, right. It can be efficient. It's an excuse for the exposition, but or to do showing rather than exposition, but also since for someone like Yuki, he probably won't want to talk about that kind of stuff. Then that's another reason on top of that where exposition probably wouldn't have fit quite as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then also we can fill in another member of the Zodiac potentially.
Yep.
So that's awesome. I'm looking forward to getting to know him. I really liked the way that he was compared to Toru. The idea that his clumsiness was what made her kind of have this lighthearted little moment in the convenience store. But the idea that she's like, but he's actually nothing like Toru. It's like, oh, interesting.
Like she got a pretty good read on him pretty quick. Yeah, like
and yet I'm wondering if her first read was actually like pretty accurate, and that it's like, no, he's actually a lot more like Toru than you'd
being put upon to help someone else to his own detriment. Yeah. Unable to say no, and and have personal boundaries and everything.
Like the idea of the
I would
way
not be
that
surprised.
the way that he was so polite in his not being comfortable in the environment that he was in.
Sure.
I think also was another aspect of Toru as well, where it's some of Toru's flaws, I would say, are that she puts politeness over, I would say, just basic common sense.
Right.
Like where it's like, no, Toru, obviously you don't need to ask permission for that. Like, right. You're free to pursue life, liberty, and happiness.
Yeah, and there's an element of that gets scary when you see it, like they were talking about with regards to the haunted house and her obsession with, no, I need to do this, and it's like, well, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Like, come on.
Yeah. So there's some interesting things that I think we can get into with the haunted house stuff, but for the most part, it's kind of just reconfirming some more things about Toru.
Yep.
And the connection with Kureno and Toru, Otani, Akito, Yuki. I love the way characters, when they're introduced, even though it's kind of just the, oh, guess which Soma, animal it is, they all are integrally connected by their characterization to, like, everyone in the main cast in a really cool way.
Also, I gotta say, every time one of the any time that Akito gets closer by degrees of separation to people that might beat him up, I get excited. So,
Uo has she would have no fear.
Right.
She would kick the shit out of Akito.
She would.
In fact, I would be very worried specifically because I could see then Akito ordering Soma family members to hurt Uo if that was the case then.
I feel like at most they might, like, tear her off of him or something, but
at the very least maybe be like, you need to not be around us.
Right, yeah, you need to go or something like that. But I would say that would still totally be worth it, and Uo would be happy about that, and quite frankly, she doesn't really care about what people tell her of don't go here anyways, so,
Tear a car apart. Akia Akito.
It's just like just like if she sees what Akito ends up doing, then like if when she likes somebody and she wants to, like, talk to them, she yanks on their shirt and pops a button off. What would she do if she saw someone that she really cared about,
In an abusive family situation, just throw hands. Yep, exactly. So, that could be pretty awesome. But, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.